Look at your hand. Feel the power in your opposable thumb. Now, look out at the world you've built. How did we get here? The simplest answer is the biggest lie. We didn't evolve from monkeys. We share a common, ancient ancestor. But at some point, the paths diverged. And one small lineage decided to step off the branch and onto the burning ground. 6 million years ago, something broke the mold. We stood up. Bipedalism. It freed our hands, allowed us to see over the tall grass, and ultimately, it was the first, impossible step toward building Rome, launching rockets, and questioning the stars. The toolmaker. With hands free, we became toolmakers. Sharp stones to carve meat. We were no longer just foragers, we were architects of survival. Our hands changed, but more importantly, our brains exploded. Mastering fire. Around 1 million years ago, we harnessed the power of the sun on Earth, fire. It didn't just keep us warm, it cooked our food, making more energy available, fueling our growing minds, and allowing us to stay up after dark to tell the first stories. Fire was the birth of culture. The Great March. Equipped with tools, fire, and a revolutionary mind, Homo sapiens left Africa 300,000 years ago. It was the longest, most epic migration in history. From the Ice Age plains to the shores of Australia, we colonized every continent. The settling. We were perfect nomads. But a new thought took hold. Why chase the food when you can grow it? This was the Neolithic Revolution, the single greatest pivot in our history. In places like the Fertile Crescent, we tied our fate to the land. The birth of civilization. Agriculture created a surplus, and that surplus allowed for specialization. For the first time, not everyone had to farm. Some people became builders, thinkers, and, inevitably, rulers. The Big Four. Suddenly, we saw the rise of complex, river-based civilizations: Sumer, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and China. We invented writing to track our grain and our gods. We invented law to govern our burgeoning societies. We traded survival for structure. Classical age. We built wonders. We wrote tragedies. In Greece, we invented democracy and philosophy, the organized study of what it means to be human. In Rome, we built an empire designed to last forever. Our ambition was boundless. The Renaissance leap. After centuries of stagnation, we turned our gaze back to ourselves. The Renaissance was a jolt of pure curiosity. Then came the printing press, and suddenly, a thought could travel faster than a horse. The machine age. But the greatest acceleration was yet to come. The Industrial Revolution. We cracked the secret code of energy, replacing muscle with the colossal power of steam and coal. We tore cities from the ground and forced the world to connect. The modern moment. The timeline of human history is a logarithmic curve. Slow growth for millions of years, a rapid spike over the last 10,000, and an explosion in the last century. We went from the first plane to walking on the moon in 66 years. We wove the invisible web of the internet, linking every mind on the planet. We are the ape that stood up, the creature that mastered fire, the civilization that dared to build a world in its own image. But here we stand, at the edge of the digital cosmos, facing our ultimate choices: climate, inequality, our own artificial intelligence. We did not stop evolving when we mastered the spear. We are still evolving, in real time, in our choices. The greatest story ever told, the Odyssey of us, is still being written. What will you do to make the next chapter worthy of the journey?